You've felt it before. That quiet, almost invisible presence trailing behind you as you make your way down the hallway. You don't need to turn around to know they're there. Your cat has appointed themselves as your personal escort to the most private room in your house. And just when you think you've closed the door in time, there it is, a soft paw reaching underneath, a persistent meow, those unblinking eyes staring at you through the crack. It's oddly touching, slightly inconvenient, and entirely mysterious. Why does your cat insist on following you to the bathroom? Is it love? Curiosity? Or something deeper that reaches back thousands of years into the wild heart of who they really are? Today, we're going to uncover the beautiful, surprising, and deeply emotional truth behind this quirky behavior. Because what seems like a simple bathroom escort is actually a window into your cat's soul, and into the remarkable bond you share. So settle in, because this story is about more than just bathrooms. It's about trust, vulnerability, and the silent language of love that exists between you, the little creature who chose to share your life when you're vulnerable. They want to be near. Let's start with something profound. When you step into the bathroom and close the door, you're entering one of the few moments in your day when you're truly alone and unguarded. You might not think about it this way, but to your cat, you've just become vulnerable. And here's the thing, they know it. In the wild, cats are both predators and prey. They understand instinctively that moments of vulnerability are moments of danger. When a wild cat needs to relieve itself, eat, or rest, they're acutely aware of their surroundings. They position themselves carefully. They stay alert. And if they're part of a family group or colony, they often prefer to have a trusted companion nearby, someone who can watch their back while they're distracted. Your cat sees you in the same light. When you disappear into that small, enclosed space, something in their ancient brain tells them you might need backup. You're not just their owner, you're their family, their companion, perhaps even their responsibility. So they follow you not because they're nosy, but because they care. They're standing guard in their own subtle way, making sure nothing sneaks up on you while you're occupied. It's protective. It's loyal. And it's one of the most touching displays of love a cat can offer, even if it doesn't feel that way when you're trying to have a private moment. The room, where you smell most like you. Here's something you probably never considered. The bathroom is where you smell most intensely like yourself. Think about it. You shower there. You brush your teeth there. You go through your morning and evening routines in that space, leaving behind layers of your natural scent mixed with soaps, lotions, and everything else that makes you. To a cat, scent is everything. They navigate the world through their nose far more than we do. Your scent is their comfort, their anchor, their way of understanding the world. And in the bathroom, that scent is concentrated, almost intoxicating to them. When your cat follows you in, they're not just following you, they're following the richest. It's the most comforting scent trail in the entire house. But there's more. Cats also love to mix their scent with yours. You've probably noticed your cat rubbing against your legs, your hands, your face. That's not just affection, it's scent marking. They're claiming you as part of their family, their territory, their world. The bathroom, with all its smells and tight quarters, becomes the perfect place for this bonding ritual. Every time your cat brushes against your leg while you're standing at the sink, they're saying, "You're mine, and I'm yours." It's an intimate act of connection that transcends words. The mystery of the running water. If your cat doesn't just follow you to the bathroom, but becomes absolutely fascinated when you turn on the faucet, you're witnessing something primal awakening in them. Many cats are mesmerized by running water. They'll stare at it, paw at it, sometimes even try to drink from it despite having a perfectly good water bowl in the kitchen. This fascination goes back to their wild ancestry. In nature, running water is fresher, safer, more appealing than stagnant water, which might harbor bacteria or parasites. Even though your domesticated cat has never had to hunt for clean water, that instinct remains. The sound of water flowing triggers something deep in their DNA, a recognition that this is the good stuff, the safe stuff, the water worth investigating. But beyond survival instinct, there's something almost meditative about the way cats interact with running water. They're not just thirsty, they're curious, playful, engaged. When your cat sits on the edge of the sink and watches water spiral down the drain, They're experiencing a moment of pure, focused attention, and they want to share it with you. Because the bathroom isn't just where you're vulnerable or where you smell like yourself. It's also where interesting things happen. And your cat doesn't want to miss a single moment of it. There. Checking on the strange room routine. From your cat's perspective, the bathroom is possibly the strangest room in the house. You go in there multiple times a day. You close the door. Strange sounds emerge, running water, flushing, the hum of a fan, and then you come back out. Sometimes smelling different, sometimes with wet hair. Always having completed some mysterious ritual they weren't allowed to witness. Cats are creatures of routine and observation. They study you. They learn your patterns. They know what time you usually wake up, when you eat, when you're likely to play. But the bathroom? That remains partly mysterious, and mystery is irresistible to a cat. By following you in, they're satisfying their curiosity. They're gathering intelligence. They're making sure they understand every aspect of your daily life, because understanding you means predicting you. And predicting you means feeling secure. And let's be honest, there's probably a part of them that's judging your routine. The way you splash water on your face. The amount of time you spend looking in the mirror. The fact that you use an entirely separate room just to groom yourself, when they manage to do it perfectly well right there on the couch. They're witnessing your strange human behaviors up close, and while they might not understand them, they're committed to being present for every odd moment. The power of the closed door. Here's a simple truth that every cat owner knows. Cats hate closed doors. It doesn't matter if it's the bathroom, the bedroom, or a closet. If there's a door between them and you, they want it open. They'll meow at it. They'll paw under it. They'll act as though you've committed a personal betrayal by daring to create a physical barrier. This reaction isn't about stubbornness or control. It's about access and connection. In a cat's world, family members should be accessible. Closed doors represent separation, and separation triggers a mild anxiety. When you close the bathroom door, your cat doesn't understand that you need privacy. They only know that you've removed yourself from the shared space, and they want to restore the connection. Opening that door and letting your cat in, even if they just sit there staring at you, resolves that anxiety. It tells them, I'm still here. We're still together. Nothing has changed. And in return, your cat relaxes. They might curl up on the bath mat. They might investigate the sink. Or they might simply sit and watch you, content in the knowledge that the family unit is intact and everyone is accounted for. That's all they really want, to know you're safe, present. And there's the bathroom as a safe space. There's another layer to this behavior that's easy to overlook. For many cats, the bathroom becomes a place of safety and calm because you're there. Think about it, the bathroom is usually quiet, enclosed, and free from the chaos of the rest of the house. No loud television, no other pets competing for attention, no unexpected visitors. Just you in a small, controlled environment where your cat can have your undivided attention. Some cats specifically seek out the bathroom. When they're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, the cool tiles might feel good against their fur. The enclosed space might make them feel protected. And your presence, calm, focused on your own routine, provides a soothing backdrop. In those moments, they're not following you because they're curious or protective. They're following you because being near makes them feel safe. This is especially true for cats who've experienced trauma or rehoming. For them, separation can trigger old fears. Following you everywhere, including the bathroom, is their way of making sure you're not going to disappear. It's a reassurance ritual. And while it might feel clingy or excessive to you, to them it's essential. It's how they manage their emotions and maintain their sense of security in a world that once failed them. They're training you, not the other way around. Here's a perspective shift. What if your cat isn't following you to the bathroom out of need, but out of strategy? Cats are remarkably intelligent at conditioning human behavior. They learn quickly what gets them attention, treats, or affection. And the bathroom? That's prime training ground. Think about what happens when your cat follows you in. You probably acknowledged them. You might reach down to pet them. You might talk to them in that soft voice you reserve for moments of tenderness. You've essentially created a routine where bathroom time equals quality bonding time. And your cat, being the clever creature they are, has learned to exploit it. This isn't manipulation in a negative sense, it's communication. Your cat has figured out that the bathroom is a place where you're a captive audience, literally. You're not rushing off to work or distracted by your phone or cooking dinner. You're stationary, and that makes you available. So they've trained you to expect their company, and in return, you've trained them to expect yours. It's a mutual conditioning that reinforces your bond. Even if it started as a quirky accident, the unspoken bond that defies logic at its core. The reason your cat follows you to the bathroom can't be fully explained by science or instinct alone. Yes, there are evolutionary reasons. Yes, there are practical explanations involving scent and routine and security. But there's also something that transcends all of that, something that exists in the quiet space between you and your cat. Something that can only be called connection. Your cat doesn't follow you because they've analyzed the situation and determined it's beneficial. They follow you because they want to be where you are, because proximity to you feels right, because in their own mysterious, independent way, they've chosen you as their person. That choice means something profound. This is the truth that threads through every behavior, every purr, every slow blink. Your cat loves you. Not in the way dogs love, with obvious enthusiasm and constant approval seeking, but in a quieter, deeper way, a love that shows itself through presence, through guardianship, through the simple act of following you into the most mundane rooms of your house and making them feel less lonely, the beauty in the everyday moments. So the next time your cat trails behind you to the bathroom, don't see it as an invasion of privacy or a quirky inconvenience. See it for what it really is, a small, daily reminder that you're not alone, that you're loved, that somewhere along the way, this independent, mysterious creature decided you were worth following, worth protecting, worth sitting beside while you brush your teeth at 7 in the morning. These are the moments that define our relationships with our cats, not the dramatic rescues or the viral videos, but the quiet, ordinary instances of companionship that happen when no one's watching. The soft thump of paws on tile, the questioning meow when you take too long, the warmth of their body pressed against your ankle while you stand at the mirror. Life moves fast. Days blur together. But your cat's insistence on following you to the bathroom is their way of slowing it all down, making sure you notice them, of saying without words, I'm here. You're here. And that's enough. Love that needs no words. In the end, the question isn't really why your cat follows you to the bathroom. The question is, what does it mean that they do? And the answer is everything. It means trust. It means loyalty. It means that, in their own feline way, they've woven themselves into the fabric of your daily life so completely that even your most private moments aren't meant to be spent alone. Your cat doesn't need a reason that makes sense to you. They only need the feeling that where you go, they should follow. That your vulnerability is theirs to guard. That your scent is theirs to cherish. That your presence is theirs to claim, over and over, in 1,000 small ways that add up to something extraordinary. So let them in. Make room on the bath mat. Accept the companionship, even when it's inconvenient. Because these are the moments you'll remember long after they're gone, not the perfectly composed photos or the expensive toys, but the simple, sacred ritual of never being alone. Not even in the bathroom. Not even for a moment. That's the gift your cat gives you every single day. And maybe, just maybe, following them into that truth is the greatest journey of all.